Top 10 Olympic athletes who were caught cheating at the Games. In this video, we've listed some of the most memorable cheating scandals in the history of the Games. 10. Boris Onishchenko, Montreal, 1976. Onishchenko went up against Team GB in the 1976 Montreal Games, but the British team complained that one of his points was won without contact being made. In fencing, the tip of the sword must be flattened with a force of 750 grams to complete a circuit. Onishchenko's sword had been modified so he could complete a circuit without making contact. He was disqualified for cheating, stripped of his previous medals, and banned from competing in the future. Number 9. Madeline de Jesus, Los Angeles, 1984. Madeline de Jesus suffered a hamstring injury during her long jump attempt at the Los Angeles Games. Fearing she couldn't compete in the 4x400-meter relay in the next round, she thought of a plan. Her twin sister Margaret was also an athlete and watching Madeline in the audience. The pair swapped places for the next round, giving the Puerto Rican team an advantage. When Madeline's coach found out, he withdrew the entire team from the race. Number 8. Ben Johnson, Seoul, 1988. Johnson won gold in the men's 100-meter sprint, breaking a world record in the process. Unfortunately, he tested positive for steroids shortly after the race. Though he was stripped of his medal, he was allowed to compete in the future until he was caught using again in 1993. After this, he was banned for life. Number 7. Michelle Smith, Atlanta, 1996. Michelle Smith made history as the first Irish woman to win a gold medal in 1996, picking up 3 gold medals and a bronze medal at the Atlanta Games. It was later discovered that she'd used alcohol to tamper with her urine sample to avoid a positive result in her drug test. She was allowed to keep her medals. Number 6. Marion Jones, Sydney, 2000. Marion Jones had a successful year at the 2000 Olympics in Sydney, winning 2 bronze and 3 gold medals. She became the first woman to win that many in the track and field categories in a single Games. Jones denied using steroids, passing all her drug tests during the Olympics, but in 2007 admitted to using steroids well ahead of the Sydney Games. She was stripped of her medals, slapped with a 2-year ban from competing, and sentenced to 6 months in prison for lying to federal prosecutors investigating the use of performance-enhancing substances. Number 5. The South Korean, Indonesian, and Chinese badminton teams, London, 2012. Losing on purpose is rare, but it does happen. 8 women badminton players were booed off their pitches in the 2012 London Olympics after players regularly served into the net or hit wide on purpose in order to lose and play weaker teams in the next round. 2 teams from South Korea and 1 each from China and Indonesia were disqualified and charged with abusing and demeaning the sport of badminton. Number 4. Cameron van der Burgh, London, 2012. Cameron van der Burgh won gold and broke a world record in the 100-meter breaststroke finals at the London Olympics, but later admitted to taking extra dolphin kicks to propel himself further than his rivals. In the breaststroke category, swimmers are only allowed 1 kick, but van der Burgh used 3. He was allowed to keep his medal, but competitors are now filmed underwater to make sure they don't cheat. Number 3. EWA KLOBUKOWSKA, Tokyo, 1964. Gender testing was introduced in the 1964 Tokyo Games, causing bronze medal-winning sprinter EWA KLOBUKOWSKA to be stripped of her titles. Officials at the Games reclaimed Poland's bronze in the 4x100-meter relay after claiming the sprinter had 1 chromosome too many. Number 2. Dong FANXIAO, Sydney, 2000. The apparent 17-year-old athlete was central to the Chinese women's team winning bronze in Sydney, but her age seemed suspicious to judges. Official paperwork suggested FANXIAO was born in 1983, but where she had coached in China, she had put 1986 as her year of birth, which would make her 14. China was forced to give up its team's bronze medal as a result. Number 1. Park SI-HUN, Seoul, 1988. South Korean light middleweight contender Park Si-hun was nearly knocked out twice and threatened with disqualification for not defending himself properly in a match against U.S. rival Roy Jones Jr. So imagine the audience's shock when Si-hun was crowned the winner by the judges. An investigation later found that 3 of the 5 judges, who had scored in Si-hun's favor, had been wined and dined by Korean officials in the run-up to the event. The Korean boxer was not blamed for the outcome, but the judges were suspended. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe to Tip Top List to stay tuned.